Hey, welcome to Natural Healing Hub. I'm so glad you're here because today we're tackling something that could totally flip how you think about growing older. Imagine this for a second. You're 70, maybe even 80, and you're still bounding up the stairs, tossing a ball with your grandkids, or hauling a bag of groceries without breaking a sweat. You're not just getting by, you're living full of energy and independence. Sounds amazing, right? But here's the jaw-dropping truth. Only 5% of people over 70 can do a few simple things that make that kind of life possible. Yeah, just 5 out of every 100. So, what's their secret? And more importantly, how can you be one of them? Now, before you start picturing a bunch of superhuman seniors, let me stop you right there. This isn't about running marathons or bench pressing cars. It's about 5 everyday moves, things you'd never think twice about until they're gone. And once they slip away, so does your freedom, your confidence, maybe even your spark. I've spent years as a geriatrics expert, watching some folks thrive well into their golden years, while others wish they'd paid attention sooner. The difference? It's not luck or genetics, it's choices. Tiny, daily habits that stack up like coins in a jar, building a future where you're still calling the shots. Here's the deal. I'm about to unpack those 5 game-changing things that only the top 5% of seniors can do after 70. By the time we're done, you'll know exactly what they are, why they matter, and how to start today, no matter where you're at. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. It's like a cheat code for aging like a rock star. Oh, and if you love getting tips to live your healthiest life, hit that subscribe button so you're always in the loop with Natural Healing Hub. Ready to find out what sets the 5% apart? Let's jump in. The 5 keys to thriving past 70. Alright, let's get into the good stuff, the 5 things that only 5% of folks over 70 can do, and trust me, these are the keys to not just living longer, but living better. These aren't crazy, out-of-reach goals, they're everyday moves that show you're still running the show when it comes to your health and independence. So, grab a coffee, get comfy, and let's break this down step by step. 1. Standing up from the floor without using your hands. First up, let's talk about something that sounds so simple, you might roll your eyes, getting up from the floor without using your hands. I know, you're probably thinking, "Pfft, I could do that blindfolded." But here's the deal, give it a shot. Right now, if you're able, sit cross-legged on the floor, no chair or table to lean on, and try standing up, using just your legs and core. No hands, no scooting to your knees. Bet it's trickier than you thought, huh? This one move is like a sneak peek into how your body's holding up, strength, balance, coordination, the whole package. For most people over 70, it's a skill that's faded away, and that's a problem. Why is this such a big deal? Because standing up from the floor is more than just getting upright, it's a health checkup in one motion. Your quads, glutes, hamstrings, and abs have to team up, like a well-oiled machine. Your hips need to move freely, your ankles have to bend just right, and your balance has to be rock solid, so you don't tip over. Even your heart gets in on the action, pumping hard to keep you steady, without making you woozy. Research backs this up big time. A study in the European Journal of Preventive Cardiology found that people who can pop up from the floor without help are way more likely to live longer. On the flip side, those who struggle, they're 5 to 6 times more likely to pass away within a few years. That's not just numbers, that's your body waving a red flag. Now, let me get personal for a sec. I've worked with tons of seniors who swore they were past the point of doing this. Spoiler alert, they weren't. Your body's like a garden, what you put into it grows. Take my patient Martha, a 72-year-old fireball who came to me feeling defeated. She couldn't get off the floor without clinging to a chair, and it was eating at her confidence. She was scared she'd lose her independence. We started super small, sitting and standing from a low stool, using a cushion for support. I had her focus on slow, deliberate moves, tightening her core like she was zipping up a tight pair of jeans. 6 months later, Martha was springing up from the floor like a kid, with this huge grin that said, "I'm back." It wasn't just about the movement, it was about knowing she could still do hard things. So, how do you make this happen? Start where you're at, no judgment. If the floor feels like Mount Everest, try standing from a low chair without using your arms. Keep your movements controlled, think slow and steady, not jerky. Picture pulling your belly button toward your spine to wake up your core. Over time, lower the surface, a stool, a step, eventually the floor. Practice for 5 minutes a day, that's all it takes. Want to level up? Add squats or lunges to build those leg muscles. Oh, and here's a fun trick, stand on one leg while brushing your teeth to sharpen your balance. The floor's not out to get you, it's your proving ground. Master it, and you're taking back a piece of your freedom. But here's the real magic, it's not just physical. Every time you stand up like that, you're telling yourself, I'm not fragile. I've still got it. Aging can trick you into thinking you should slow down, play it safe. Don't buy it. That mindset shift, believing you can still tackle challenges, spills over into your relationships, your hobbies, even your big dreams. Hey, have you ever tried this move yourself? Drop a comment below and let me know how it went, or if you've got a story about feeling stronger than ever. I'd love to hear it. Speaking of staying strong, let's move on to the next key, because it's one that keeps your whole body humming. 2. Walking briskly for 30 minutes without stopping. Next on the list, walking briskly for 30 minutes straight. And no, I'm not talking about a casual stroll where you're snapping pics of flowers or catching up on gossip. I mean walking with purpose, fast enough to get your heart pumping and your breath a little heavy, but you could still chat with a friend. This one's a game changer because it's not just about your legs. It's about your heart, your lungs, your brain, and that inner drive to keep moving forward. Walking's been our thing since forever, think cave folks exploring new lands. But for a lot of people over 70, even a short walk feels like a marathon. Why? Because your cardiovascular system, muscles, and joints need regular love to stay in top shape. Skip that, and things start to creak. Science is all over this one. A study in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease found that walking regularly can slash your dementia risk by up to 40%. It's like a superfood for your brain, boosting blood flow, calming your mood, and even fighting off inflammation. Plus, it's free, and you don't need a fancy gym to do it. Let me share a story that still gives me chills. I had a patient, George, who was 68 and convinced his best days were behind him. 5 minutes of walking left him winded, and he'd given up on ever keeping up with his active daughter. We made a plan, start with 10 minutes a day, gradually picking up the pace. I showed him how to stand tall, shoulders back, head up, arms swinging like he meant it. By month 3, George was cruising for 30 minutes without a hitch. The real win? He started hiking with his daughter on weekends, laughing and making memories. It wasn't just exercise, it was proof he was still alive. Here's how you can do it. Start small, 5 minutes, 10, whatever feels doable. Build up your time and speed week by week. Aim for a pace where you're breathing harder, but not gasping. Get yourself some comfy walking shoes, your feet deserve it. Switch up your routes, parks, your neighborhood, or a treadmill if it's pouring outside. Pro tip, pop in some music or a podcast to make it fly by. If your joints are cranky, try water walking at a pool to ease the impact. Consistency's the name of the game here. But let's zoom out for a minute. Walking's more than just a workout, it's a way of saying, I'm still in this. Every step is a choice to stay curious, to connect with the world. I've seen too many folks retreat to their recliners, thinking it's safer. That's not living, that's waiting. Walking keeps you grounded, keeps you you. So, lace up those sneakers and hit the pavement. Your future self's already thanking you. Oh, and what's your favorite place to walk? Share it in the comments, I'm always looking for new spots to check out. Now that we're moving, let's talk about something that keeps you strong enough to carry life's load. 3. Lifting something that weighs at least 20 pounds. Alright, let's get into strength, specifically, lifting something that weighs at least 20 pounds. Think a bag of groceries, a laundry basket, or maybe your super chunky cat. This isn't about flexing at the gym or deadlifting a truck. It's about having the muscle power to handle everyday tasks without feeling like you're one misstep from a tumble. Muscle's like your body's secret weapon. It cushions your bones, steadies your joints, and keeps your metabolism from slowing to a crawl. But here's the cold, hard truth. After your 30s, you lose about 3 to 5% of your muscle every decade, unless you fight for it. By 70, that can mean struggling to pick up a jug of water or push yourself out of a chair. Research from the Journal of Gerontology says it loud and clear: seniors with solid muscle strength are 50% less likely to die from any cause. Strength isn't just cool, it's your lifeline. I'll never forget my patient Linda, a 74-year-old grandma who was heartbroken because she couldn't lift her grandson anymore. It wasn't just about the weight, it was feeling like she was fading from his life. We started easy: resistance bands, light dumbbells, even lifting a bag of rice. I taught her proper form: knees bent, back straight, core locked in, like she was bracing for a hug. A year later, she was scooping up her grandson like it was nothing, with a smile that could light up a room. That's what strength does. It gives you back your place in the world. Want to build this? You don't need a fancy setup. Try bodyweight moves like wall push-ups or chair squats to get the juices flowing. Then add some weight, canned goods, a water jug, or a backpack stuffed with books. Shoot for 2 or 3 10 to 15-minute sessions a week, hitting your legs, back, chest, and arms. Rest days are key. That's when your muscles rebuild. If you've got health issues, check with your doc first. Start slow, but start. What I love about strength training is it's like flipping the bird to the idea that getting older means getting weak. Every lift is a shout: I'm still here. That confidence changes how you walk, how you talk, even how you dream. So, grab something, safely, and lift it. Lift your stuff, lift your mood, lift your life. Got a favorite way to stay strong? Drop it in the comments. I'm all ears. Speaking of staying steady, let's move to something that keeps you from wobbling through life. 4. Balancing on one foot for 10 seconds. Now, let's talk balance, specifically, standing on one foot for 10 seconds without looking like you're auditioning for a comedy sketch. Sounds like a breeze, right? Until you try it and realize your body and brain have to sync up perfectly to keep you from tipping. This little test is like a crystal ball for your health, muscles, nerves, even your noggin. If your balance is off, it's not just about shaky legs, it's a sign something bigger might be brewing. Falls are no joke for seniors. The CDC says they're the top cause of injury deaths for folks over 65. One bad tumble can mean a broken hip, a hospital stay, or a spiral you don't come back from. But it doesn't start with a fall, it starts with wobbles you ignored. Here's the bright side: balance is trainable. A study in The Lancet found that balance exercises can cut your fall risk by up to 30%. That's huge. I had a patient, Sam, who was 71 and petrified after almost falling down some stairs. He couldn't balance for 3 seconds when we met. We started with baby steps, standing on one foot while holding a counter, then letting go for a beat. We mixed in heel-to-toe walking like he was on a tightrope and stepping over small objects. By his next birthday, he was holding a one-leg pose for 15 seconds, saying he felt like a new man. Balance didn't just save his body, it saved his courage. Here's how you start. Stand by a wall or chair for safety. Lift 1 foot an inch off the ground and hold as long as you can. Aim for 10 seconds per side, 3 times daily. Feeling bold? Close your eyes or stand on a pillow to make it tougher. Build your base with calf raises or yoga moves like tree pose. Heck, balance while folding laundry if you want. Just keep at it, it's like watering a plant. Balance is about more than not falling. It's about trusting your body to carry you through life's ups and downs. When you stand steady, you feel ready for anything. So, try those 10 seconds today. They could mean years of freedom. Have you ever had a close call with a fall or found a trick to stay steady? Share it below, I'd love to know. And now, let's wrap up with the one thing that ties it all together. 5. Getting up every morning with a reason to live. Last but definitely not least, let's talk about the most powerful key of all, having a reason to roll out of bed each morning. This isn't about muscles or balance, it's about purpose, that fire in your chest that says, today matters. Without it, all the workouts in the world won't keep you truly alive. Purpose is what turns waking up into living. Science is crystal clear here. A study in the American Journal of Psychiatry showed that seniors with a strong sense of purpose have lower risks of heart disease, depression, even Alzheimer's. They heal faster, sleep deeper, and keep moving longer. Why? Because purpose tells your brain and body, we've got work to do. It's the difference between drifting through days and chasing something that lights you up. I'll always remember my patient Clara, 76, who hit rock bottom after losing her husband. She stopped everything, cooking, socializing, even smiling. She asked me, "What's left?" We dug into what used to make her heart sing: gardening, knitting, baking with her grandkids. She started small, tending her roses again. Then she joined a knitting circle. Last I saw her, she was teaching kids to bake at the community center, her laugh filling the room. Purpose didn't just bring her back, it made her shine. Finding your why doesn't mean you need to save the world. It's about what makes you tick: volunteering, writing stories for your kids, growing tomatoes. Try one new thing this week. Call a friend, join a class, dust off an old hobby. Ask, "What's one thing I'd hate to leave undone?" That's your spark. Purpose is universal. It's knowing your life still counts, no matter your age. It's the glue that makes walking, lifting, balancing easier, because you're not just moving. You're headed somewhere. What's your reason to get up? Share it in the comments. Your story might inspire someone else. Conclusion: your roadmap to aging like a rock star. Alright, folks, we've just taken a deep dive together here at Natural Healing Hub, and I hope you're as fired up as I am. We unpacked those 5 game-changing things that only 5% of seniors can do after 70, popping up from the floor without a handhold, striding briskly for 30 minutes, lifting a solid 20 pounds, balancing on one foot like a pro, and, most importantly, waking up every morning with a reason to jump out of bed. These aren't just random to-dos on a checklist. They're like a secret code, proof that you're still the one calling the shots in your life, your health, your freedom, your story. So, what's the big takeaway? It's this: aging isn't about sitting back and letting time take the wheel. It's about grabbing life by the horns and making choices every single day that keep you strong, steady, and full of purpose. Whether it's practicing that floor-to-stand move to reclaim your confidence, hitting the pavement for a walk that clears your mind, lifting something heavy to feel unstoppable, standing tall on one leg to own your balance, or chasing a passion that lights up your soul, each step you take is a deposit in the bank of your future self. And trust me, you want that account overflowing with vitality. Here's my challenge to you, and I'm serious about this: don't just watch this and nod along. Pick one thing from today and start now. Maybe it's 5 minutes practicing getting up from a chair without your hands. Small wins add up. Maybe it's a quick walk around the block to get your blood pumping. Or maybe it's jotting down one thing that makes you excited to greet the day, like planting a garden or calling an old friend. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. Tiny steps, done consistently, turn into massive changes. I've seen it time and again, people just like you proving that age is just a number when you've got the right mindset and a little grit. Now, I know change can feel daunting. Nobody's saying it's a cakewalk. Your knees might creak, your schedule might be packed, or you might wonder if it's even worth it. Let me tell you, it is. Every time you move your body, challenge your balance, or chase what matters to you, you're building a future where you're not just getting by, you're thriving. Picture yourself at 75, 80, even 90, still laughing with your loved ones, tackling your day with energy, and feeling like you've got a whole lot more to give. That's not a pipe dream. That's what these 5 keys unlock. Before I let you go, I want to say a huge thank you for sticking with me through this whole video. It means the world to know you're out there, ready to take charge of your health and live your best life. If this resonated with you, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you never miss a tip from Natural Healing Hub. And let's keep this conversation going. Drop a comment below and tell me, which of these 5 are you going to try first? Maybe you've got a story about how you're already staying strong or a goal you're chasing. I read every single comment and I can't wait to hear from you. Seriously, your stories inspire me just as much as I hope this inspires you. Until next time, keep moving, keep dreaming, and keep showing the world what you're made of. This is Natural Healing Hub, signing off with a big OL high five to you.